got to put them together. You can't just be a New Testament church, or you're going to miss something.
Amen.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get on a tangent there. I apologize. Sometimes people go like, I'm all strictly New Testament. Then you're going to get off the road somewhere, brother.
Amen.
Because, even Jesus used the old to confirm the new.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
See, you got to have confirmations. See, this is where churches get off, because they're not confirming, right? I mean, anybody can have a verse, say anything you want it to say. It says, Genesis 18, verse 17. The Lord is going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. How many of you know that's probably not a good thing?
No.
And it says, and the Lord said, shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? Do you see that? That verse always makes me shout. Do you know why it makes me shout? Because God said, Abraham is my friend. Is that not what we read?
Yes.
Abraham is my friend. And God said, I'm going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. But before I do it, I have to tell my friend Abraham what I'm going to do. You want to know what God's going to do tomorrow? Be his friend today.
Amen.
Are you hearing me? You want to know what God's going to do tomorrow? Then you get into intimacy with friendship with God today, and you know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yes.
Why do we know these things? Because our friend who knows the future says, let me share something with you. Let me tell you something. It's like on the job. Sometimes managers know what's going to happen 6 months from now, but they're told not to tell it. But they do let a few supervisors know what's going to happen. Why? Because you're in that inner circle. So you want to know what's going on in the world, in the church? Then you get in that inner circle of friendship with God. And God will tell you what's going to happen tomorrow.
Amen.
See, the Lord showed me that when I had that years ago. I think it was in 79. It was in 79. When I had that visitation and vision. When I saw... No, sorry. I had the visitation and the vision. The angel came to me. And the angel woke me up. And the angel said, go tell my people that I'm coming. And I said, well, they know you're coming. And I was being a very diligent friend. I went back to sleep. And the angel came the second time and said, go tell my people that I'm coming. I said, they know you're coming. We've already heard that. And I went back to sleep. Then the third time the angel woke me up. And the angel said, you don't understand. The day is coming when my people will not believe that I am coming. And the Lord said, I'm preparing you for last days teaching, to let my people know. And then immediately I had a vision of Jesus, and he was surrounded by bright clouds. And in the middle was he came with a robe. And then instantly I woke up. And when I did, I realized what the Lord was telling me, that I was to study last days. My friend was going to show me what was going to happen in the last days. Why? Because my friend. Are you hearing me? My friend. Everybody say my friend.
My friend.
Church, you need to get intimate with God. You need to seek God just for God. You know what? I think that we need to go on a fast. Can you say a fast for food? No. I'm talking about a fast where that you don't ask God for anything, but you just love Him. You just speak in tongues and you just tell Him how much you love Him. You realize how much of our prayers are spent asking?
Come on.
Yeah.
Instead of thanking?
Come on.
Instead of blessing? Instead of loving? How many would like a friend that come on now, let's be honest with you. Can we kind of go into this for a little bit? And I know it gets a little hard, but breathe a little bit, it gets worse. All right. How many has that friend who only calls when they need something?
Amen.
Jesus.
The phone rings, you go like, oh, look at the number, and you're like, yep, they need me to take them to the doctor, or they need me to do something. Sure enough, say, hey, how you doing? Good. Haven't heard from you for a while. I've been busy. Hey, what are you doing tomorrow at 2 o'clock? Can I hear an amen?
Come on.
Amen. Come on.
See, sometimes we're that friend with God.
Oh, yes, we are.
Well, the only time we come is to ask for something that we want.
Yeah.
And he's like, why don't you just love me?
Amen.
Why don't you just talk to me? Why can't we just have an intimate conversation, church? Are you hearing me? And I think we should go, I think we should go on a 3-day fast where every time you pray, all you say is, Lord, I love you. Lord, I'm not asking you for anything. Lord, I just want to praise you. Lord, I just want to thank you for all that you've done for me.
Yes.
Lord, I just want to give you praise and glory and honor. Because you know what? We need to learn intimacy.
Yes.
We need to learn how to develop true intimacy with God. And it starts by just talking, you know what? I hate to say it, but you know what? That's what a man and woman does. They start, they talk. Right? That's what develops a relationship. You talk. Right? And then you get deeper in conversation. Are you hearing me?
Amen.
Amen. And see, God says that's the type of relationship I want with you. I want you to just start talking. You tell me some intimate things, I'll tell you some intimate things. You talk to me, I talk to you. See? One more verse. Can we handle one more verse?
Yes.
All right. Genesis 18. Now, I was in a church yesterday, and they had all these Jewish things in there. And it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. But the pastor said to me, now, some people think that we worship these things. And he said, we don't. They're just here as reminders of who we are in God.
Amen.
And see, I love that when he said that. Because you know what? We can worship anything.
Amen. Amen.
Some people
Anything.
worship the King James Version Bible.
Yes. Come on.
I only got the King James, buddy. Don't you give me anything else right here. I only got the King James.
Come on.
It's only the King James. Now, don't get me wrong. The King James Bible is good. But there's some versions, all right? Now, I don't go by all of them, but sometimes when I read the NIV, I know how it was interpreted. Sometimes it makes more sense to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right? Does it mean I'm going to hell? No. Because I hate to tell you, but Jesus actually spoke Arabic. So,
Exactly.
so if you really want to get to the original scroll, you got to go way back there. Are you hearing me?
Yep. Come on.
All right? But you see how we fight over things?
Yes.
You see how we worship things instead of God?
Yes.
Boy, it's good. Come on.
Preach.
We do. We worship things instead of God that we worship. So when he said that to me, I thought, well, I said, that's good, brother. I appreciate that. But Genesis 18:23. Genesis 18:23. And Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Do you see what happened here? Do you see this, church? Do you hear what Abraham did? God said, Abraham, I've had enough. Their wickedness has come all the way up to my throne. I can't tolerate it anymore. I got to destroy them. I got to wipe it off the face of the earth. It's got to go. And Abraham said, well, Lord, friend, what if there's some righteous in there? Are you going to destroy them too? Do you hear that? He's talking to God.
Yeah.
He's sitting down as if you talk to a friend across the table. Right? He's talking to God. Will you destroy them? You going to destroy the righteous too? Huh? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein? How many know America needs friends?
Amen.
How many know America needs friends?
Amen.
Huh? We need friends to talk to our friend. And it says, that be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked. See, a friend knows a friend. And right away, Abraham knew, God, you're righteous. So you're not going to unjustly destroy people that are righteous. See, a friend knows the character of another friend. Can I hear an amen?
Amen.
See, Abraham knew who God was. Oh, church, if he only knew who God was, we wouldn't be moaning and crying and depressed and upset and blaming him for everything. We would be loving on him, knowing that he only has our best in his desire.
Amen.
Are you hearing me? He only has our good in his. He's only looking out for our good. He's not up there with a big ball bat waiting to beat you in the head when you step out of line.
Amen.
Come on.
He loves you. He cares for you. And it says, and the Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the places for their sake. And Abraham answered and said, behold now, I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. That is shouting ground. Abraham said, I know who I am. You created me. I'm just dust and ashes. That's all I am. But because of what you've done inside of me, because of the calling you placed on my life,
yes,
I can become a friend, and I can sit down at the table, and I can talk with you, and we can talk about the world, we can talk about your will, we can talk about what you're going to do as if we are equals, because I'm your friend, because you called me out
Amen.
and placed that in my life. Hear me?
Yes, Jesus.
Some of you just go right over your head.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Right? It is. Some of you just go right over your head. Do you know why? Because let me tell you something. But some of you, this is going to sink in. I have a higher calling. I can have a place where God and I are friends. And God will visit me in the midnight hour. God will talk to me. And I can talk to God as if He is right there beside me in the room. That is possible, church. There is a place in God. There is an intimacy in God that you can have. Now, the sad part is this, and I'm closing. Besides the disciples and Abraham, there's no place else in the Word where God called anybody a friend. So, what you need to do is this. All right? What you need to do is this. It takes a choice to be a friend.
Yeah.
How many know there's a cost to be a friend?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because when you're a true friend, they'll call you. They'll give you, but then you have to give them. There's a cost in being a friend. It's not a one-sided thing. But church, I'm just giving you all the opportunity this morning to know that there is a place of friendship in God that you can reach, a level of intimacy in God, that God will call you His friend. And it's your choice. It's up to your desire, your wants, and if you want to pay the price. But if you want to pay the price, the cost, there is a place. Bow your heads. Father,